what did I learn from this situation? Well, going to the dentist, got 18 digital bite wing x-rays. And here's what I took away from it. One, the lead apron does do some shielding, but not enough, because it only covers the top of the patient, and the x-rays still bounce around in the room or whatever, and basically shooting x-rays up your butt, you know. So I put the meter underneath the lead apron, and the alarm went off. At one point, it was half. It was instead of 7,000 counts per second, it was like 3,000 counts per second. So that's an interesting thing. The second thing I learned was the room is not lined with lead. So sitting there, even if she wasn't doing anything, the meter was going off occasionally. Turns out, I said, hey, did you just push the button? She goes, no. I go, interesting. Apparently, there's another exam going on in the next room. X-rays bouncing, going straight through the wall. And that means that the patient and the hygienist is getting blasted with x-rays, even if she's not doing anything, and vice versa. So whatever she's doing is being doubled or maybe tripled, depending on who's on the other side of each wall. So that's not a good thing. What was the other thing? I mean, even though it was brief, okay, you are accumulating a dose of radiation. So in this 8-minute session, let's say I totaled 0.96 microsieverts of just being there. Now, doing some average calculations, I found that a typical day of just being on planet Earth, you will receive 1.6 microsieverts per day. So it's not exactly a full day. You are adding more onto your total dose. And for me, that's not a big deal, but maybe for her, it might not be good. She told me that in the state of Florida, they're going to drop the requirement to use the lead apron. Whatever reason, I guess the industry has determined that, it's totally safe. Of course, I don't trust the industry. She was not wearing a film badge, which means that she's not keeping track of her total dosage. I suggested she get one just for the hell of it. Can't hurt, X-rays are good for diagnostic purposes. Dental X-rays are on a much lower scale. If this was like a CT scan or a mammogram or some other, high ionization test, then you would receive a ton more radiation. That's all I got to say. So, whatever. I can just tell you that the x-rays are bouncing around everywhere, going through walls, affecting other patients, affecting her and the other girl in the next office. Not a thing that you really want to think about, but I think there should be more safety. I think in the old days when they didn't have these digital x-ray devices, they had to use a longer pulse and a higher voltage on the x-ray machine, and that would basically put out more radiation. So that's a good thing, but I don't know why my watch is telling me the temperature outside, but it is. But anyway, that's it. It was an interesting experiment. There's a lot of misconceptions. At one point I had a dentist tell me you get more radiation from a fluorescent light. I said, no, you're full of shit. Or you get more radiation from the sun. I said, no, you're full of shit. Because I'm standing out here in the sun right now, and the reading does not go up whether I'm inside or outside. Okay? Don't believe any of that shit that they tell you. Measure it yourself. And it's a learning experience.
There you go. Just bite down.
Peaked up at 317. Put it in the beam this time. Mm. Turn the buzzer on. Try underneath the lid to see if that actually does anything. We're already up at 0.19 microsieverts. Oh, yeah. Well, that's interesting, because even underneath of that, did still get some. Felt it go, so we'll have to look at the video later. What are we doing?
It's lost its place. And close.
That is not a comfortable thing, but I get it though. I can use it. Racking it up here. But at least it's brief.
Listen to the music.
I know.
Look way up.
How many left?
4 more.
Okay.
Or 5.
Is somebody else doing x-rays?
Yes, next door.
Pick that up.
Did it? You heard the beep and it came over?
Well, yeah, I think so. Wasn't as strong. They're doing it. Yes.
They're telling us that it does not scare.
Yeah, well, they're full
more
of crap
than,
again. I just picked up. It's nowhere near as high. Half dosage. So 7,000 counts per second for a brief second. From the other room, it's about, oops, a little less, obviously. How many more you got?
One.
Last one.
Okay.
All right, so total dosage of all is 0.96 microsieverts. That's with the leaded vest on and obviously the detector outside. I'm still detecting the damn neighbors getting theirs done too. But whatever.